Nobody cares about them. Maybe a little bit, but
The former superstars. The first former superstars or stars to officially accept the role of we are no longer the shit. I just want that ring. And
yeah,
definitely
if this shit.
I'm glad I brushed my teeth. If I didn't, that jump would be in the back of my throat right now.
Ooh.
Goodness gracious. Pause.
It sounded like it hurt.
It didn't hurt. It just shocked me. See, that'd be the joint. When you're not even paying attention, it don't hurt. It was just like, it sounded like it should have hurt.
Yeah, it definitely sounded like it should have hurt.
Which is why I'm more glad at the job I've been doing of brushing my teeth. That shows that I got sturdy mouth over here.
Sure. All right.
Sturdy.
Welcome back to the Reke and Reem podcast. These are your illustrious hosts. I am Reem. This is Reke.
Reek! But I don't reek. I actually smell like African oils.
This I can confirm.
Told you. No cap in the rap. But yes, welcome back. It's been
Here.
Been a little bit of time. You've been out traveling the West Coast at the coldest time of the year.
Yeah, it wasn't fully West Coast, but it was very close to the West Coast.
On the way.
Definitely on the way.
The pioneers would have counted as the West Coast.
That's true.
The lazy ones.
Definitely was headed out west. Headed out west. Good old in the Colorado.
How was it, man? How did you enjoy yourself?
It was
amazing. Did you have a good time?
It was absolutely amazing.
Did
Made some new friends, cool peeps.
That's always great.
You know, on the level up type tip. So pause. We're gonna
rich friends.
make some money. Not necessarily even rich, but more in just in terms of their just mindset about life and like understanding, you know, we're at the age now where we need to be investing and like making business moves and really setting ourselves up for the future.
Some graduated hustlers is what it sounds like.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And it was dope because, you know,
game recognized game, Playboy. Game recognized game.
Yeah,
it don't matter where.
Tossing ideas around, all that, and then that's a big. We're on a big old mountain, and mountains get real steep.
You bet you ass.
But it was
You bet your sweet bippy they do.
It was mad fun, and it was also interesting seeing the difference between a mountain in, I guess, Pennsylvania, and then Colorado, and then West Virginia.
Yo,
there's three distinct experiences.
Now that you have said that, I have been to all three as well.
Nice.
They are three complete different styles of mountain.
Yeah, for sure.
Colorado mountain is that's a different league.
It feels like a real mountain.
Yeah, Colorado mountain is a mountain. Like that's some shit you looking at like, oh, like people die on these.
Mm-hmm.
Like people be walking trying to go up and they die. Like there's bodies on this mountain.
Quite possibly.
No, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. People die on the slopes in Colorado. Them slopes get real, like you said. This is some real slopes. There's some real shit going on in Colorado.
Yeah, I'm sure someone's been caught in an avalanche.
Oh, yeah. 100%. Not that that's a good thing, but 100%.
Yeah, not a good thing, but you know.
West Virginia mountains are just like...
Let me tell you about the West Virginia mountains.
Talk to me, because I got some shit to say about West Virginia mountains as well.
If you're going to go to a resort in the West Virginia mountains,
mm-hmm.
just understand that if you care about food, you should plan to cook.
So, one, I didn't even know there were resorts in the West Virginia mountains.
I mean, when you go to the to the ski place, it's technically
like
a resort.
Cabin in the woods type shit.
It's technically a resort. I'm just saying there's restaurants, there's places to eat. But if you care about food, you just go buy food. Just go buy stuff from the grocery store and cook it.
You know
matter of fact, bring stuff with you to cook because the grocery store is light.
The only place to eat food that you've seen before in West Virginia is Morgantown, which is the college town.
Oh no, we was way.
No, I know, because I was somewhere similar to probably where you're talking about.
Yeah.
Where when it goes nighttime, you go inside.
Yeah.
You go inside.
Yeah, we saw we're leaving, we saw a little breakfast spot. You know, I'm thinking they're gonna hook it up. So we go in there, it's like I would not have wanted to be there after sundown. I'll put it that way. And so I asked for French toast because I guess I'm extra. And it was the most. First of all, the griddle wasn't even on, so we had to wait for the joint to heat up and all that. But like the French toast, she ain't. You know, you're supposed to like whip up the batter and then dip the bread. Nah, bro. You just crack the egg right on the griddle and just put the bread on top, put some seasonings. That's how we was getting down with the French toast.
You know what's funny? In the millennial time, like of the
That's
2000s,
how y'all make French toast?
Huh?
That's how y'all make French toast?
No.
Oh, I was about to say.
Everybody fucking has shifted from pancakes to French toast. Everybody's fucking eating French toast now. Like everywhere, every brunch, sensational, as Future would say. But that's just funny. I just noticed that everybody get French toast every time. Like that's just like the go-to.
You can make pancakes at home, my boy.
Facts.
French toast. I'm just too lazy.
French toast. Yeah,
I'll probably make some French toast for myself soon. It is my favorite.
I tried, but I use wheat bread.
You can.
It was not good.
Oh, maybe I need to have a cooking show.
Hey, next show coming to the pod. Because I've been in the kitchen OD lately, too. So
that's what we're going to call it. Midweek Mayhem. It's going to be random recipes.
Midweek Mayhem. We're going to come in here and like on some mealtime shit and just make up some stuff.
Shit.
You ever seen Mealtime?
No.
It was a show on YouTube. This dude from Canada would just make crazy food. He's a crazy dude.
I believe it.
He's from Canada. But, yeah, West Virginia mountains is different. Now, Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, those mountains, they're just like in the way.
That was a hill.
Yeah, it's just a big ass. It's just an inconvenience. Yeah. It's not dangerous. It's just like, why are there so many hills? Why do you want to be San Francisco so bad?
Yeah, I think so for the Pennsylvania mountains, you could legit have walked over them if you really wanted to. Like it would have taken some effort, but you could walk over it.
Yeah, it's the first what's the workout machine?
Stairmaster?
Yeah, it's the first natural Stairmaster. People
just
went to Pennsylvania and walked up and then walked down.
Yeah. That's hilarious.
Shit, that's why they was running in Rocky.
All right, what you got on the topics for today?
We just talked about mountains. That was pretty good. Got some
You can't rate yourself mid-show. What are you gonna pick next?
Look, you can do whatever you want when you got the mic in your hand. So, I figured we'd go to some get into some sports.
Fire away,
activities,
my guy.
Since we were just talking about mountains and mountainous activities, I figured we go to some more controlled activities. Let's go into UFC this weekend. UFC 260.
Yes.
So before we get into the main card,
shout out to Sean O'Malley. I guess he was.
Sugar Sean.
I guess he was on the main card, but that's not what you meant.
Sugar Sean. That boy is the Riff Raff. He is the UFC's Riff Raff.
That's funny. That's super funny.
Because it's real. He's like Riff Raff and Nate Diaz mixed into one.
Kinda, but he can fight for real.
No, he really can fight.
What kept throwing me though is 4 or 5 times he kept doing like these look away moves. And the first time I was like, yo, where is he looking? And he's just look over his shoulder and throw a knee. Like, fam, you're not. This is not a hezzy. Like there's no layups here. But he ended up winning.
That's low key sometimes the mark of a great athlete when you see them playing other sports in their sport and they still successful. Cause like
maybe
think about it, Braun be playing football before the games with a basketball.
Oh,
he's just out there doing sports stuff.
Okay, okay.
You randomly see like Luka, Kobe. They used to just hit the little soccer footworks.
Fair.
When you start playing other sports in your sport, you've hit another level where you just trying to challenge yourself to a whole nother level.
Well, I hope he can carry that through to a belt.
Me too, because I like
his style is very entertaining.
You know who he reminds me of, and you're gonna die laughing at this, but it's gonna make sense. So imagine if Will Ferrell was a fighter.
Yo, you're.
But imagine if he's like the Will Ferrell of UFC, except like 30 years younger, a lot slimmer, a lot shorter. Will Ferrell's like 6'6".
He is. So I would say if Will Ferrell took himself too seriously, that would be sugar and his hands.
And
obviously,
here's the perfect. Have you seen the video on YouTube of Will Ferrell and Kevin Hart when they were promoting Get Hard? And they were like it was like a morning show, and they were doing it was like a morning fight show, and they were like they had one of those fake fight dudes. You know, the dudes they have the karate. Yep. This is like there's no arms. It's just
strike
chest, an angry face.
Strike me.
Literally. Yeah. And they were like, so show us some of your best moves. And Will Ferrell was like, I got you. And it's funny, he was talking about lookaways. Every punch he threw was a look away. He was just dancing around. I'm just gonna dance around. Just gonna dance around. Bop. That's how Sugar Shane fights. He just dances around the ring and you just be getting lit up. But shout out to him. Tyron Woodley's getting old.
Yo, that was sad.
That was disheartening because like he's just getting old. It's just sad when
he
you
was
see
winning too, and then he just like one or two of them just took 2 bad shots, and it was over.
Man. He's getting old. It's sad when you see some of your favorites just starting to age. Like as you saw Anderson Silva age. It's like he was still eating punches. I saw
Anderson Silva break his leg.
Yeah. Yeah, that
put me
crazy.
Off it for about a year. I didn't watch. I was like, yo, are those rocks in like a balloon? Because that's what it looked like. It was like,
yeah, the wraparound that threw me off.
Yeah,
that turned me off. But yeah, Anderson Silva, like you see your favorites. They just start to get old. Chuck Liddell, Rampage. Rampage is gonna fight till someone kills him in the cage.
Probably. I'm actually somewhat nervous about that happening in the NBA because all of the best players right now are like mid to late 30s. And so we probably have a good 4 more years of like for the whole group in their prime. And then it's like no more LeBron, like no more Steph. Melo gonna be gone. Russ gonna be out of there. Like Chris Paul's gonna be gone.
Chris Paul's gonna be gone. Jamal Crawford already on his way out. Fucking Mo Williams no.
He's coaching. Nah, Mo Williams
not
been
Mo
gone.
Williams. What the fuck is his name?
I have no idea.
Lou Williams.
Oh yeah,
he talking about he was about to retire. He probably still gonna retire after next year.
Depends on how well they do. He's back home now. Lemon Pepper Lou in the building.
That's why he about to retire.
Lemon Pepper Lou in the building.
You see a SpongeBob meme where he walked in, the Squidward walking in whistling.
No.
It was like the Krusty Krab was Magic City. He had a jersey on. I was like, you damn right, Lou gonna be in Magic City every night. That's down the street from his house. That's gonna be on his jog.
Right. But I'm trying to think. I can't even think of any other. There clearly were other memorable fights because it was a good card. Yeah. But Sugar's performance stood out. Like you said, Woodley getting washed was unpleasant. Old. And then the main event.
The main event.
Francis Gentle Giant.
It was
Ngannou.
It was Stipe Miocic versus Terminator 6. Because that's what he looked like to me.
Yeah, it was different.
Gets he gets visibly better every fight.
Yeah, I think the jump from his last fight to this fight was actually humongous because if you look at all his highlights, as soon as the bell rings, it's like a rodeo. You know when they finally let the bull out the pen and he starts bucking. That's what all his fights seem to be like in the past. He just goes and just swings and then heaven forbid he hits you one of them because you're out. But now he's just like
he used to fight like Bane.
Take one step out and just you're gonna catch one of these. Just win. And
if I can compare it to Batman, he used to fight like Bane.
Yeah.
Now he fights like Ra's al Ghul. Ra's al Ghul. You feel me?
I'll give you that one. I like that.
He used to just go out there, real brute, knock you the fuck out. Now, like he was light on his toes.
Yeah.
Like, and he was catching fades, dodging, didn't get taken down, reversed it. He just looked like he looked different. I was having
not a big argument, but there was a long drawn out disagreement about just the result of the match because I think that usually when the fights start, if one dude is way stronger on his feet in terms of throwing hands and the other person is a stronger grappler, the quicker they go to their grappling is an indication of how much trouble they think they're in.
Facts.
So like if Stipe really felt like he could handle him standing up, I don't think he would have tried to go for his legs go shoot for the takedown that early.
No, yeah.
And then when my man blocked him, hit him with the reverse, wrapped him up, stood him up, and then hit him with the bink from behind. I was like, oh, he's in trouble.
He's in very much trouble.
And so in the second round, I felt like
crazy.
What he said. I mean, Stipe said, "Oh yeah, he was breathing heavy and his mouth was open." But like, bro, you were rushing. Like, if I know I'm gonna beat you and I have a game plan, I'm not gonna rush my game. There's no reason to rush the game plan unless I'm like, oh shit, I need to get this done or I'm gonna lose. And to me, Francis clearly won the first round. And even if he was tired in the second round, Stipe had to know he was getting chipped away.
I don't think he was tired. I think he was hungry. I think that's what Francis looks like when he smells blood. His mouth opens and he breathes heavy through his mouth.
Maybe. I mean,
he's a fucking animal. He wasn't tired.
He's a gentle giant.
He smelled blood.
Yeah, for sure.
He's a gentle giant until he smells blood. That's when the true Cameroonian comes out of him. He goes back to those sand dunes.
Yo, his story's crazy. If you don't know his story, just watch him on Joe Rogan. It's like it's heartbreaking and inspiring at the same time. Just to know like what a person can endure and still come out winning.
No, for real.
It's incredible.
For real.
But yeah, when
literally
the shots he hit him with were like,
the knockout punch was a soft left.
He was yeah.
It was a soft.
It was
left.
a jab.
It was a jab, but it wasn't his best jab. He just caught him.
Yeah, but that was a 265-pound jab.
That shit stopped him right.
Can you imagine if he gets better at grappling?
So
just imagine. Think how big that if he gets a squeeze on you and he's that big, bro. It's over. Your eyes gonna pop out. You better tap.
So what we were talking about earlier. That's the only other time I've seen somebody fall on both their knees at the same time. Is when they got punched by Francis Ngannou. Because if you peep, he went down on one knee and then the other knee just folded back with it. Because you losing everything from the waist. You losing feeling from the waist down.
My man was doing a limbo. Limbo.
You know the punch that really scares me is once you hit the ground and he comes and Donkey Kong slaps you on the throat.
Nah, that wasn't on his throat. That was on his head. But that was like, because like with Sugar, right? If he basically had 2 knockouts, but he didn't want the TKO. So like I think Stipe was out, but
he was out.
He was definitely out. But you got to make sure, like the ref got to jump in. So
no, that's what I'm saying. But Francis always does that because he knows all I need is one Donkey Kong punch to the cranium, and if you wasn't out, you out now. Because he did that with All-Star Overeem.
Yeah.
Even though he lifted him off the ground with an uppercut. How do you lift?
That was the one. Yes, I always see that highlight.
And came up and then just.
Boom. But that was like I think in that same fight though he just throwing like it's like fighting a video game villain. No, like he's throwing crosses where his whole body turns. He's throwing his uppercut so hard that like he lifts himself off the ground. Like bro, you don't want none of that.
When you see the punches, he looks like he's swinging like a gorilla beats on his chest. Like his chest is exposed. He's just going.
Yeah,
and he just catches you with one. You did.
So shout out to which is why he lost to Stipe last time because he didn't know how to fight. Now he knows how to fight.
He does,
and it's
I'm excited to see if John Jones will take that challenge because I think
there's the if he will and then if he'll take the challenge and then what he'll do.
I honestly think the only way John Jones will beat Francis Ngannou is to out wrestle him. Just to wrestle him, get him to the ground, throw them mean bows because.
I don't even think the Bows will do it because I like the same way that Kevin Holland knocked out Jacare from the ground. I think that Francis is strong enough to do that. But I from the limited amount that I do know about jiu-jitsu is like if you are more technically gifted than a stronger person, then you can still beat them. And it's just like
that's what I'm saying. He gotta wrap him up. He gotta tackle him. Go for his legs. You can't stand up for Francis.
Yeah.
You don't want to stand up for Francis. Like, if you try to, even for a second, he's shown he got that Deontay Wilder eraser button.
Basically mess around, catch a leg, and just boom.
Yes. And the scary thing is he's tightening. That's the scary thing. He's tightening it up.
Yeah.
It's like he's still the strength, but he's like using less energy to kill you. In a sense. That's the scary part about it. So that's what I'm looking forward to. UFC 288 is going to be Francis and John Jones. Hopefully it's before 288. Hopefully it's like 265 or something.
It'll be like 263, I'm sure.
Yeah. Hopefully it's that one.
If that, because what's the next big one is was it McGregor and Poirier 3 is in the summertime, which is 262, I believe. So who's 261? Let's find out.
You see Khabib is now a coach for his brother?
Yeah.
That's going to be a murderous team.
You saw he was talking to Kevin Holland?
Mm-hmm.
Whoa. 261 sold out immediately.
Who that is?
Let's see. Oh, it's Usman and Masvidal too.
Oh, yes.
I can see why.
Yes.
I think I got to go.
That one got ended because the bullshit, right? No, that was the other one. That was Masvidal and Diaz. They got cut short. because he was bleeding out his eye, and like he was fine, but because the blood that was coming off of him, Nate Diaz, it was Nate. Nate got cut, but he was bleeding too much, so they had to stop the fight, and they gave it to Masvidal. And Masvidal was like, "Nah, you gonna get your rematch. That was bullshit."
That's fair. That's real. I mean, he did come up from backyard brawls.
Yeah,
so.
He's a fighter. He's literally a fighter.
Legit.
But
I'm gonna go with Us on that. I wonder who else is on the card.
Definitely going with Us. He's Cameroonian as well.
No, Us is Nigerian.
Nigeria. I'm sorry.
Him and Israel Adesanya are both Nigerian, and then
that was the picture. It was them two together.
Yeah, and Francis is Cameroonian. Oh, Zhang Wei Li is that defending her belt. She's the Chinese girl who's like just boxes, just comes in, just throwing hands, and just like it never stops. Shevchenko is defending her title.
Nice.
She's nice. That's what it was. Silva broke his leg on Chris Weidman's shin.
Ooh, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know. Then Uriah Hall versus Chris Weidman, and then
Uriah Hall used to be so terrifying on
Anthony and Jim Crew.
The Ultimate Fighter. He almost killed somebody with a spinning back kick out of a video game.
That's like you ever watch Bellator?
Yeah.
David Lima, one of my favorite knockouts of his, he hit somebody with a sweep kick so hard they were off the ground, and while the dude was falling, he just chipped his nose and out.
Yep.
It's like, wow.
Stupid strength.
One day they're gonna get smart and have like the best of Bellator fight the best of UFC, and like that.
It's gonna be a good.
That will make
fight.
so much.
It's gonna be a good.
So much
fight.
bread.
It's gonna one championship. That's another joint to get some good fighters.
Oh, true.
Bellator, yeah. But with more sports, getting into this NBA free agency, there's been some interesting moves around the league.
So you surprised me when you said that Aaron Gordon is on the Nuggets now. Who else you said you went? Who else you said went?
JaVale McGee.
Yeah, Aaron Gordon and JaVale McGee are on the Nuggets now. Who'd they give up though?
They traded Gary Harris, I want to say R.J. Hampton, and another big. The big was for JaVale McGee. I'm about to bring it up.
Yeah, because now you have, was it Jamal Murray, Jokic, JaVale, and Aaron Gordon? Aaron Gordon isn't going to do anything but catch oops.
And Paul Millsap still. Wow. That's the starting five. Yeah, that's pretty much all he does is backdoor cuts, oops, spot up threes, and defense. Let me see. Wow. The Nuggets.
Yeah, because you got to think, because Jokic can pass like a mug. Jamal Murray can pass. Aaron Gordon can score a little bit, but he's not going to need to. All he's going to need to do is catch boards and get, put back dunks. And if Jokic catches any kind of double team, you just put the ball in the air. No one's going to be able to jump with him. Except for Zach LaVine, but they're not going to see him in the playoffs anyway.
Zach LaVine going to think he setting him up for a dunk contest dunk.
Right.
You're like, bet I'm going to just scoop it out your hands, go under the legs, back in the back.
Did JJ get wow, JJ Redick is now on the Mavericks?
Yes, that's true.
Wow.
They're
giving Luka a spot up shooter?
It's over. They're giving Luka the spot up shooter left in the league because Kyle Korver is out the league now, right?
Wow.
Didn't Kyle Korver retire?
I think so.
Yeah. They gave Luka the spot up shooter. So what I wanted to happen was I wanted the Mavs to trade Kristaps for Bradley Beal and some pieces.
You want the Mavs to trade Kristaps Porzingis for Bradley Beal?
Kristaps, maybe Tim Hardaway Jr. or whoever number 10 is.
You think Bradley Beal is that much more valuable than KP?
It's not about the value. It's about his contract. But yes, I do.
Okay.
Because Bradley Beal also has a massive contract. It's 2 years. He sent the 2-year extension for $75 million. So now his contract is large. Well, his contract was already large, but it's larger. Kristaps, like Russ needs a big or someone bigger than him. Him and Bradley Beal, like I don't think Russ and another guard works. It works, but like if the guard is around the same size as Russ, like he needs either a big guard or a big, in my opinion. And the same thing with Bradley Beal. He either needs a big guard or a big. So I think Bradley Beal and Luka, because Luka's about 6'7", 6'8", that's bigger than Bradley Beal. Plus they still got their bigs. I think that would have been a
I mean,
and add JJ Redick to the fold.
B Beal, I don't know if they would have got both, but B Beal's just gonna get buckets.
Exactly.
Like just
and he's gonna
straight buckets.
He's one of those dudes. I feel like if he's around a bunch of winners, or some people that actually have a chance to win, he's already turned it up. But he's gonna go start playing defense again because Bradley Beal can play defense. He be like when he sits down and straps, he straps people up because he has the right size. He got long ass arms. He straps people up.
Okay.
So that's what I wanted to happen. That was my hot take on the free agency. The Lakers got Andre Drummond. I don't know how that's gonna work out. I think it's gonna be well because Braun figures everything out, and Andre Drummond is one of those pieces.
Andre Drummond is basically gonna do everything JaVale and Dwight did, but just by himself.
Yes, and he is a lot less offensively skilled than those two, though.
He's less offensively skilled?
Yes, than Dwight for sure. Now, granted, Dwight...
But also, he doesn't need to score.
He doesn't need to.
He just needs to get, like, think about it, 10 putbacks and just 15 boards. That's 20 and 15. That's amazing.
It is pretty amazing. It is. But, yeah, okay, yeah, all right.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. all
he has to be is all he has to be is Dennis Rodman with some offensive ability, and like he'll shut down everything because that's all he has to do.
Pretty much.
Because Schroeder can get buckets.
Schroeder can get.
We're still waiting for
buckets.
Kuz to learn how to score.
Kuz knows how to score. He just don't know how to like. He'll put the ball in the rim and then he'll be like, "Bet, game breaker," and it's like that's not how it works. Like.
This is a 2K fam.
Yeah, he out there playing video games sometimes.
Yeah, I'm excited I'm gonna watch some Nuggets games now because the only team I've been watching all year is the Hornets.
That sounds about right.
That's it.
They might,
and then my man is just on the sidelines now, just shivering because he can't. Just can you imagine being that like playing with that level of joy, having to sit and just watch. Because, if he was at home or he's younger, he'd probably still be at the court just playing with his broken arm. But in the NBA, it's like, nah, you got to sit.
You got to sit.
So, plus them
19.
Yeah.
And you're a professional, like in the highest league in the world. So you can't, like, just go have fun no more. Like,
right.
That's something I was thinking about the other day. NBA players, they can't just go play pickup no more.
Nope.
You can only play with other NBA players.
That's why MJ's contract was so unique because Michael Jordan had a love of the game clause where whenever he wanted to play pickup he could, and he was allowed to. That's why like a lot of players if they get injured playing pickup in the off season they have to like lie about it and shit like that. But I think more players have it because otherwise there wouldn't be those summer runs.
True.
But Mike's clause allowed him to play pickup whenever he wanted to.
See, that's a real hooper right there.
So there's that.
Mike was the hooper of all hoopers.
You know what LaMelo needs to do, though?
What?
He needs to call a knees over toes guy. Because as much as I like LaMelo, he got no bounce.
None at all.
Was he 6'8"?
He got like that Larry Bird.
6'8", he can dunk, but...
He got that Larry Bird bounce. Yeah. Where if he gets a running start and builds up momentum, he'll start floating like a plane.
Another running start.
Yeah. Yeah, because if you look at every dunk video he has, it's him throwing the lob from the 3-point line, getting like 5 steps, and then he catches it somewhere here.
It's the leap and stretch.
Yes.
Yeah. All he needs is some bunnies because then he's still gonna hit people with the Il Funkle, but if he hits him with the Il Funkle with another like 24 inches of vert, then it's just like
if he can go off 2 feet.
If he can go up 1 foot or 2 feet, don't matter. Yeah. He just needs to be able to go up. True. But which is crazy though, because he still averages a really high number of boards considering the fact that he can't jump. So maybe it's not. He's like a 6'8" under the rim player.
6'8" under the rim. That's like what's his name? Steve Smith back with the Hawks.
Yeah.
But he has a knack. He's just one of those dudes that just has a knack for the ball.
100%.
As they say, the ball just comes to him. I've noticed that. For me to notice it, someone that really don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he knows he knows where to be. And so it's so funny. He'll like make mistakes and it has no effect on him.
No effect at all.
I love it.
Just in and out the brain.
I love it.
In and out the brain. But all right. So let's get on to some more contemporary news from the streets. This is our shade room topic. Oh. That's what I call it, the shade room topic. We gotta have one shade room topic.
The one shade.
The one shade. There we go.
What is it?
The recent debacle of Quavius, and Sawate. Sour sauce, sweetie. She ain't as sweet as we thought she was.
Fair. Yo, stupid.
But have you seen the
Yeah, I saw the elevator footage.
that?
And I saw the comments that said, for all the people saying that he ain't even hit her, you are the problem. Like, he didn't do anything. She fell. And like,
People don't know what a hit is, first of all. Now, with that being said, you don't, bro. Like,
I mean, he took his shit back. She fell down. It's not like he didn't lean her. He didn't push her in the wall. He didn't throw her in the wall. He didn't lean her. Like, she fell. And I don't know. Maybe she hit her knee on the ground. But it's like, you're throwing my shit. And I took it back. Like, what?
I think he ain't grabbed her arm, because it looked like he grabbed her first and then took the thing once she was back in the elevator. Because that's what I thought it was. It looked like he was just trying to pull her back into the elevator.
They were both holding. He was.
Relax. There's cameras.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, either way, like, if your relationship is at the point where that kind of stuff's going on, then you shouldn't be in the relationship. Like, that's base.
Yeah, a lot of these relationships aren't relationships.
If we're gonna nitpick the video, let's nitpick the video.
Yeah, let's get into it.
No, I'm just saying in general. Like, if the conversation is about the relationship, then not like, and if it's beyond, whether or not he, he did this or didn't do that in the clip, it's like, why are you even in a relationship that harbors that much animosity? Unless that's just, I don't know.
See, that's something I always
goals. Goals.
If I can be that angry at you, that I actually want to cause harm to you. See, most people say like that's love, like that's real love. It's like
it's psychosis.
That's psychosis. Just a little bit. Why do you want to hurt me? Like why do we have to hurt each other to prove our love?
Yeah, that's dumb.
Let's do the opposite. But not even the fact that they were trying to hurt each other. Just like
why are we wilding like this? Like if you're that mad and I made you that mad.
Wilding.
Leave.
Yeah, if you're that angry at me, why are we still together in public? Like, why did you
hit her with the mule?
Yeah, why did you take this elevator with me? Why didn't you go, you know what, I'm gonna catch the next one?
Because I think those were his bags or something. I don't. The story is complicated. All I know is it's stupid, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's a publicity stunt.
I'm not surprised at all.
Somebody said it was giving them Solange vibes. Like, no, it wasn't.
No,
not at all.
So that was some real shit. Cause Beyonce was cooling.
I thought she was drunk.
Beyonce was, Solange probably was a little tipsy. Solange be
think about how close you gotta be, right? Like how close the two of them have to be in their relationship for her to just be cold, chilling, no reaction, and her younger sister is mop, like, and Ho was like and Beyonce's just like, just let them have it. I don't even like
Beyonce's
not
like,
reacting one way or the other. Not even. I bet she didn't say nothing.
She was like, "Oh my god." That's probably all that she said. "Oh my god."
Right.
And then just stood there and watched it. But hey, that's
get him, Solange.
See, look, like to your point, that's a real. Hey, your sister love you like that, and they from Houston. She got her bars off.
Giving them the full mix.
Got her bars off and completely.
Wasn't trying to stop it, but also wasn't hyping her up though. That's what makes it so cold to me. Like, I already know how mad my sister is. You about to take this, and she's just like, because Beyonce got to be Beyonce. Solange like, I'm not Beyonce. I'm Solange. You gonna get this work.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Like,
she was herself. Only them in the elevator, and then she talked about it. Of course, some shit goes down when it's $500 million in the elevator.
Right.
Come on now.
It's that loaded Lux.
No, not $500 million.
You gonna get
billion.
this works.
Oh yeah. You gonna get this work. But shout out to
they need to just break up. That's it. It's called.
I think they did.
And then the Migos drop a single right after that. That's how you know it's a publicity stunt.
They're promoting Culture 3 now.
Yeah, but like the single dropped right after. It's like publicity, bro. It's like, hey, shorty, go ahead. So this is what I want you to do. Is a camera in the elevator. Just grab my bag and then like swing on me, and then I'm gonna wrestle it back, okay? And then when you fall, you just stay on the ground, and I'm gonna just stand there like I'm dumb.
And I'm gonna peek at the camera. And
Did
act
he?
Like I didn't see the camera. That's the funniest part of the video. He looks back and looks at the camera in the joint, and it looked like he was like, fuck. Like it looks like he was just like, damn. Like,
yo, but speaking of entertainers in the news for suspect things.
Ooh. I haven't heard this. What are you about to tell me?
Deshaun Watson.
Oh man. Athletes are sick.
Yo, but here's the thing though. I don't even think I can't even say that, right? Because there's a lot of levels to it. But I can't even go so far as to say that because since the 19 allegations came through that one lawyer with not a single shred of evidence, like 20 other women who are also massage therapists came out and submitted like written testimony on his behalf about how professional he is. So, in the timing of him saying, "Oh yeah, fuck this organization, I want to get traded," and they're like, "Oh no, he's a predator." No, he's not. It's all bullshit. I don't believe a single shred of it, right? And even then, like, bro, if you're Deshaun Watson, like, doesn't he has a national championship, right, in college? Whatever. He was well known enough that,
I
like,
think they won at Clemson.
For his whole basically footballing career, he's been that guy.
Literally.
So at some point, like, you like regular freak shit don't do it for you no more. Like, you see the clip of him when he was playing basketball in his house with Mia Khalifa in a maid outfit.
Yeah.
It's like, yo, that'll make you sick. Like, bro, I need entertainment.
Like I said,
you gotta level up.
Athletes are sick.
I don't personally think that's sickness, but
now,
I guess I understand what you're trying to say.
I mean in general, I'm not speaking directly towards the Deshaun Watson situation because that has a lot of outside. I think that has a lot of outside, people trying to get at him because of how he's trying to leave Houston and shit like that. I think there's a lot of that, but no, athletes are sick dudes. They nasty dudes. It's because, like, you got to think about the life of an athlete. Them niggas don't do nothing. The girls too. They work out and then they go home.
Or the girls go to Cancun after the season's over.
Exactly. So they're trying to do the wildest of things at all times because they're not doing anything else other than that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, listen,
niggas is sick.
I see where you're going with it.
Girls are sick too. Like, it just is what it is. But if we're talking about this situation, they're definitely trying to get him. He's one of the most professional. First of all, the NFL is terrified right now because there is more than one professional, successful black quarterback in the NFL.
Wait till there's some more coaches.
Even the one that doesn't talk 100% like he's professional yet, and he's the youngest, and Lamar Jackson still carries himself to a better. He still carries himself and holds his teammates accountable, and his teammates hold him like.
Yeah.
All this Andy Dalton shit.
His teammates need to start catching those passes, but
they do need to start catching those passes. And in the midst of the Johnny Manziels and the Baker Mayfields, and the Mitchell Trubiskys and these white dudes that are just shit, they're terrified.
On and off the field.
They're terrified. So now they got to come up with some bullshit because there's a bunch of successful black QBs that are leading their teams, and their teams trust them. Right, not the organization, not the suits up top.
You know what confuses me though about it?
What's up?
So, like, one of the first joints that came out was, Deshaun lives in Houston, right?
He does. H-Town Hotties. What's up?
So he contracts a massage therapist from Atlanta to fly out.
He's a sick dude.
No, but hold on, to fly out and give him a massage. So here's my thing. There's almost no one that you could ask that would say, "Oh yeah, that's a completely professional arrangement. It's only for the massage." Get the fuck out of here. There's no way you accepting that ticket thinking that he's not going to ask for nothing extra. He's not going to try nothing extra. Now, whether or not that should be the case is not the point.
Yeah.
The point is, like, if somebody send you a ticket from halfway across the country to come and give him a massage, if you don't think or otherwise assume there's going to be some untoward things requested or going on, you're crazy.
Yeah, because Houston is closer to California, and California is known for massage parlors.
Well, and yeah, like I mean,
I'm just saying that point as well.
And
Houston
it's not,
it's on the West Coast. It's closer to Cali. Cali has strips of little Asian women that were trained their entire lives to massage pain and things out of people's back. So if you calling Oniqua from Magic City Parlor,
oh shit,
then yeah, you obviously
it's like there's something more to it. It's like I mean even for, I guess there's a relative a decent gap between our ages, but like if you are going on a trip and invite a girl on a trip, like again, most of the time
It's
that invite is
understood.
going to be accepted under the pretense that there's going to be extra shit going on.
Yeah, it's
Like,
understood
what?
that hey, I'm
I just,
asking you to come with me because
for a reason.
that's why I want.
It's like not because we best friends. And again,
I
it's
don't give a fuck
like
about these pictures.
for the and it don't and it's
If I
not
wanted to
saying I'm
take
not even
pictures,
saying to
I
say
wouldn't
that
invite you.
that's right or what it should be, but that's what it is.
It is what it is. That's the funny thing about it. If I wanted to take these pictures, I wouldn't invite you. I would just
Right.
go take these fucking pictures.
Yeah.
I bought you because you want to take pictures.
Yeah,
I want to take pictures of
it's
you.
like that goes to I don't know if we were having that conversation on the mic or not, but just about just accountability.
Hey man, yeah,
Oh, I guess it does. It was
does.
before because we were
100%.
talking about the Godfather.
we were talking about the Godfather.
Good old
That
Kevin
kinda-
Samuels.
I feel like that kind of ties into the topic that I have up top of the idea of giving versus taking. You got to know what you are in this world.
Oh, giver versus taker.
Because both can be successful
For
as long
sure.
as you know what you are and you know how to play that role. And you honest with the role. You can't be a giver and act like you're a taker. You can't be a taker and act like you're a giver.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I think that's I think I brought that up a couple episodes ago when I was trying to sort out one of my situations, and I was just like, yo, why is this happening this way? Remember I said that? I was like, I don't feel like I walk through the world as a taker. So why am I face to face with someone that seems like they just be taken and have given zero consideration to contribution?
Good question.
So I was like, all right. So I didn't really think about where that was coming from. And so
Yeah, it's like you only think about it when it hits you, like when it's right in your face.
Yeah.
Sometimes that thought only comes when you're actually dealing with it. It's like, oh,
yeah, for
shit,
sure. For sure.
somebody is out here.
I mean,
just
yeah,
taking
it definitely when it's in your face, it becomes more pronounced. But I do think
Definitely.
just for me in general, I am someone who likes to contribute positively to wherever I'm at, and that's why I get invited
Yeah.
places. Like people like, oh yeah, we're going to such a show, you should come, and like, because they know that if I come, I'm gonna be a value add, because that's what I want to do. Like, why would I want to go somewhere and fuck it up for everybody else? That's dumb.
Yeah.
That's how you don't get invited places. But
Yeah, when you give, you're giving things.
for sure,
And when you take, you're taken, and things are taken. Yeah, things are taken away, and sometimes you're taken away.
that's Matthew. It's the he who has everything, more is given. To he who has nothing, everything's taken away.
Yeah, dropping gems. That's yeah. Yeah. Shit, that's all I got on giving and taking.
Yeah, just
know who you are, and figure out how to be more of a giver.
Mm-hmm.
Figure out who you are and just figure out how to give more, because the more you give, the more you receive, because the more is to go around. Everything comes back full circle. If we all
100%.
give, we all receive.
100%.
That's just logic. That's just natural logic. Everybody in the room gives somebody something, everybody gets something.
Mm-hmm. Especially when it comes to knowledge and insight.
Knowledge.
I've read this quote the other day. It's like if we both have an apple, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I give you an apple and you give me an apple, we still both have one apple.
Yes.
But if I have an idea and you have an idea, and I give you an idea and you give me one, then we both have two ideas.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
Yeah.
Life is simpler than people think it is.
That's a bar.
It really is. You've seen that so many times. People get scared when they get in a rhythm, because they feel like I was
Another feeling.
Success is boring. Like, because it's consistent.
That's interesting.
It's boring in the beginning stages. I'll put it like that. When you're trying to be successful in the beginning, it's boring as hell, because you're building habits, and building habits sucks. No matter what, building habits is just, it's boring. It's not fun, especially when they're good habits for you. Because most of the times, to do good shit for you, you can't do the fun shit that you want to do. So that's why I say, like, the early stages of success are boring, because you have to build those habits before you can start freaking stuff.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And a lot of people get in that bored stage, and they feel, it's happened to me before. You get in a state of boredom where you're so bored that you think you're not doing anything.
Yep.
So you feel like you got to switch everything up completely because you're like, that thrill isn't there, that excitement isn't there, the action isn't coming the way it was before. But you're actually just working into a rhythm. And that's the part that you really got to stick with, is getting into that habit. It's not waiting until you see results. It's waiting until the shit it becomes.
Yeah, it's because the growth isn't linear, right? So I was looking at this Bruce Lee quote about plateaus, because it gets boring because you're growing and growing and then you hit a plateau.
Yeah.
But the plateau isn't to stay on. It's to refine the skills that got you to the plateau and improve upon them so you can go beyond it. So you're just like, what do you say? Yeah, so there are no limits, there are only plateaus, and you must not stay there. You must go beyond them. And that's the point. You are on the plateau to practice. Like, Steph didn't get, better at shooting jumpers with every jumper. He got better at shooting jumpers because he was shooting, or rather making like 800 a day for 12 years. And then it's like, okay, now he's just cold and don't miss. But like,
and I guarantee you, from year 1 to year 4, he hated that shit.
Yeah, probably.
From year 1 to year 4, he probably hated putting up 800 shots a day. He probably was like half-assing it a little bit. Then around year 4, it becomes muscle memory, and it's one of those things that you just can't not do because it's a part of your shit now.
Yeah, for sure.
And then from then on, he's fucking Steph. That's the thing. you know.
I might have to clip that. He's fucking Steph.
He's fucking Steph, man. But like, that's the thing. The person you are now never gets to see the person that you want to become, because that.
Wait, say that again.
Yeah. It's a bar. It's a bar. The person that you are now, like the person that you are now, doesn't get to see the person you're trying to become, because you have to become a different person in a sense. Like, you're going to be a different person. So like, that's a great point. Everybody wants to be successful as they are now because they want to do the shit they want to do now with the success that they want in 10 years.
You're already doing what you can do now.
You're doing what you're supposed to be doing right now. You're doing what you can do right now. I'll put it like that. Not what you're supposed to be doing.
And a lot of folks don't want to give up their current self to be the future self that they want.
They don't, because you don't see it. You don't know who your future self is. All you see is the activities that your future self is doing. But the problem is you're looking at those activities in 10 years through your 20 or 30, however the fuck old you are, eyes.
Yeah.
And you're not going to be that person in 10 years. You're not going to be that person in 20 years. Yeah, you're going to have the money to do that stuff. But that's not the shit that you're going to be into. Because that's maybe it'll be the same shit that you're into, but you're not going to be doing it like that. Because your mentality shifted. Your whole thought process is going to change in a sense. You'll be the same person at heart, but the way you move and maneuver, night and day. And I feel like that's with anyone that has been successful and made money or has been in a position where they can like not do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, you have to move and maneuver different, because if moving and maneuvering the same way you've been moving and maneuvering was going to get you where you want to go, you'd be there.
Exactly. You don't daydream when. Yeah. It's like, have you seen the clip of Bradley Beal talking to the young dudes for his AAU team?
No.
Because I guess they were like pouting or they was upset. Well, whatever. They lost the game and they was just attitude problems. So he came and was talking to him after a game. It's the greatest clip I've ever seen in my life. He was basically telling them niggas like, y'all literally are going to have to become different people if y'all are trying to achieve the success that you want to achieve. He was like, I could retire. He was like, I could retire today and not work another day on my life, live on the beach, my mom good, my father good, my family good. I could retire today. And he's like, and y'all want to be that type of good, but y'all don't want to change y'all mentalities. And another thing that he said that helped him change his mentality, he was like, I hate playing my NBA card, but it's only 400 spots. And that means if you trying to get to the league, you going to have to fucking play me. And can't none of y'all guard me. He was like, y'all gonna have to fucking play me. Ain't none of y'all taking my job, and can't none of y'all guard me. You gonna have to become a different person. You have to become that. You got to become that animal that you're afraid of.
A different animal and the same beast.
Exactly. You have to tame the animal that you're afraid of. Yes. And
that's a great one to to end on.
Yeah, I think that's a great point to end on.
You have to become the animal that you're afraid of.
You got to tame that beast that you fear so much. Think about it in every movie. Think about an Avatar. Motherfucker tamed the big dragon and then took over everything. Because it's like that thing that you're afraid of is the thing. Everybody says it's the thing that you're afraid of is the thing that's gonna push you forward. We know this, but it's different for everybody. So stop running from it.
Stop.
Me included.
Running from it. Myself included. Yeah. We're all included.
Stop running from the grind, as Dame Dollar once said to Paul Pierce. No, Paul George. George Paul. Paul Pierce, we'll throw you in there too. You some shit.
Peace.
Dum dum. Oh shit, I was late. Dum dum. There we go. Dum dum. I ain't even gonna Harlem Shake. My shoulder's kind of sore, so hold it down. Shout out to Houston.
Peace, y'all.